anyway, I've spoken about some of these things before. Well, one of the things is children, these unruly children, and I talked about that about 2 or 3 years ago, where the kid kicked his grandmother in the stomach, or whoever this old lady was, they kicked her in the stomach, was beating her up real bad. The guardian and the adults were there, and nothing happened. And you got the kids fighting these teachers in school, slapping the shit out their teachers, breaking their legs, trying to fight with them and shit. So I was probably what all of my teachers would consider their most knucklehead student. Now, I can name some students that were absolutely bad. One who is in prison for murder right now, and I was in school with him from elementary to middle school, and I'm pretty sure all of the teachers would say he was their worst student. Me, I wouldn't consider myself the worst student. I don't think they would either. But what I do think they would consider me is the knucklehead, the one that gave them a lot of issues. But I was like the little gay kid, 6 years old, telling my teacher, Miss Davis, that the reason why she got an attitude today is because because her husband don't want her no more. She was just getting married, and she was bragging about being a fiance. I'm a fiance. And so one day she came to work without her ring on. I noticed it, and she was fucking with me. So we got into it. I was only 6 or 7 years old. My dad had just died, and I got into it with her. And I remember telling her something along the lines of her husband left her. Her husband don't want her. That's why her ring ain't on her finger. And she was done. She was done. She walked to the office. She had me put out of her classroom. My mama came. My mama has. Jay, did my mama not confirm this story?
Yeah.
My mama came up to the school. We had a meeting, and she was just saying, like, I'm not going to argue with a 6-year-old. And my mama was saying, you're 23 and you do argue with a 6-year-old. She was 23 at the time. I remember all of this. Like, my teacher was 23. Now, that sounds young because I'm 30 now, but it's crazy. And she was an AKA. So she graduated college, everything. She did what she needed to do. And she was one of the youngest teachers there at the school, Robert Shaw Theme School. And, Miss Davis was very nitpicky. Like, she clearly was nitpicking with me. She knew I was mentally older than my age, emotionally older than my age. Now, maybe not educationally, educational wise, I wasn't older than my age, because I did have some learning disabilities when it comes down to math and just being in a big class and being the class clown and being the center of attention, being a distraction to the class. So I was in smaller classes growing up a lot. From the time my father died up until high school, I was in smaller classes. Even at one point, riding the short bus. Now, I didn't ride the short bus because I was slow. I rode the short bus because I was staying in Scottsdale and went to school all the way in Chamblee, Georgia. It wasn't because I was slow that I rode the short bus. It was because I was going to a school outside of my district. To help me. Basically, they were just saying, maybe if we get him out of his neighborhood and put Justin in a school that is more diverse, then he'll do well. So they had me going to Chamblee, Georgia, North Atlanta, and I stayed in East Atlanta, Decatur. So I had to ride this short bus because it wasn't a lot of kids on there, and this driver had to drop children off on her way to North Atlanta. So I ended up being one of the last students on the bus headed to Chamblee High School. And that's the reason why I was on the short bus. And I had a lot of confidence. I really didn't give a fuck. And I was popular as well. And I did at some point stop riding because I started smoking a lot of weed, and I wanted to be on the MARTA bus so that I can smoke my shit. And I realized, I can go to Chick-fil-A. I can do my own thing once I got like in 10th grade, 11th grade. But anyway, these children are out of hand, and we didn't do shit like that. But I'm saying that I did only to just not throw so much salt on the kids, because although you who watching me may not have been a kid the way these kids was, I was kind of slightly like that, being disrespectful, running around the school, my name being called on the intercom, snapping on teachers since I was in elementary school, going off on teachers. Been to alternative school, DeKalb Alternative, multiple times, I think twice in my life, middle school and high school, and I stayed there in middle school twice for 2 years, or a year and a half, and then the second semester I was able to go back to regular school. But that was because I was bad in food fights, starting food fights, all of that, like just doing shit, just disrespectful, not giving a fuck. I fought the school resource officer because he tried to, I told you that story before, because I skipped the line and they let me skip the line, bitch. Oh well, I was popular. They let me skip the line because they see me in the back. And he, Mr. Whitaker, I think his name was, tried to tell me if I skipped that line, he was going to handle me. Bitch, I skipped it. So he said, okay, grab it if you want to. Grab it if you want to. When I reached out to grab my plate, and he was kind of slow anyway. This security clearly was kind of special needs. And he was big and bald head, like a football player, big and bald head. He put his nails so deep in my arm, I had a mark all day. He got suspended for that and everything, but I had a mark all day in my arm. Like his nail prints was here in my arm. He grabbed my arm to keep me from grabbing the tray once I was in the tray spot, because he told me don't skip it. I skipped it. Then he was like, okay, well, grab the tray and I'm really gonna handle your ass. I grabbed the tray and it was just a big fight right there in the cafeteria. I'm pretty sure all of the high schoolers still remember that to this day, because it got stupid. Like, we knocked people trays out of their hand, and I wasn't going down without a fight, and I was punching the fuck out of his ass. Got put out of the school, and I really didn't give a fuck, okay? I didn't give a fuck, and he got suspended too. And you know what? He ended up getting in trouble for beating his son, who went there too, with his bitch ass. Yeah, he abused his son, who actually was a student at the school. Anyway, these kids off the motherfucking chain, okay? And I did a video about that before, but the video that I'm speaking of is the mom who gave her kids up to ACS, okay? Like, I wasn't really on the internet to see what she said. I don't know if she gave an explanation for why she did it. Now, I do know some of what she said, that she wanted to live her life, that the father wasn't doing his job, so why did she have to? I remember all of that, but I don't know if they were unruly kids. From my understanding, she told the ACS workers when she gave up the children that they were good children. If I'm not mistaken, they were good children, that they didn't cause her any issues. And if you haven't seen that video, I don't want to put the video up here because I don't want to get a copyright claim. I am not sure if the video is owned by any company, but you can go look it up yourself if you just Google search "woman gives her children up to children's services." If you look that up, or black woman gives her children up to children's services. You found it? Oh, if you got it, but I ain't gonna go search it. I'll just hold it up if they do got it. But she gave her children up, and you know, I don't know if her children were unruly or what it was, but it seemed like she just wanted to get out and party and be free. And I don't know how she ended up coming to this realization after having this many children. And I say this many not knowing how many, but I know that it was 3 or more. So I don't understand how this realization didn't hit her with the first one or the second one, but now you have 3 or 4 or 5 or however many she has, and it's just too many. Okay, too many. It's too many kids to finally realize. I think it's just selfish as fuck, because this is something you could have thought of earlier. But then again, I feel what is the word, sentiments at the same time, because I do understand. I kind of understand when you get children, but I understand that, and I only have one. You know, having her feels like God screwed my head on the right way. When people say get your head screwed on right, my head screwed on right after I got the child. No babysitter, nobody to help, and now working is limited. Working is limited because I have a child who is autistic, who is nonverbal, and no help. I know nobody here in New York City. So working and doing things is limited. So I do understand her in that sense. I thank God that my mom didn't decide to give me up, although I had issues. I was hard-headed, I was bad as fuck. Although she was doing shit too. She didn't want me to be gay, and she was nitpicking. My mom was doing little shit sometimes too. Still, there was a lot of things that I did just based off of residual shit she had done did. So since you did that yesterday, guess what? I ain't washing no dishes. You got me fucked up because I ain't ate shit in here. But I wouldn't cuss like that.
Get my ass back.
Huh?
My mom would get your ass back because she tried.
Jay said my mom would have gave your ass back because she tried to give my ass back. Well, my mama didn't try to do that. My mama loved children. I thank God she didn't try to give us up. But I don't understand what made this girl give her children up, besides the fact that she was ready to go out and have a good time and have fun. But here's the video right here. This is the video. I don't know if you guys already seen it. She said she's gonna come back and get them.
If the dads didn't fucking care, why the fuck do I gotta care? And you know, it's sad because I do fucking care. I obviously fucking care. I love the fuck out of them, and I'm gonna come back for my babies, and I'm gonna get them the. But you know what? Like I said, I'm gonna come back for them. And as far as the whole foster home thing, like, will it be open? Will I still be able to like see them, bring them gifts and stuff? Like,
what they'll do is they'll set up visitation for you.
Because I love them, and this is hard. Like, this is killing me.
Yeah.
But it's for the better. Like, it's.
Yeah. And you'll be able to see them weekly.
Okay, that's even better. That I can still see them.
Oh yeah, you'll get to see them.
And I can still provide for them, right?
Correct. You
Birthdays.
Can bring them gifts and have all that. Usually here at the agency or a designation place, whatever the court orders.
Yeah, because like, it's only so much I can do. I mean, I just finished my last medical class today, so it's like I just have to study for my
What did you go to?
One is through OSU for my national medical assistant license. I'm in 2 different colleges right now, and it's like the dads didn't want to help me. They wanted to see me beat. I done lost everything so many fucking times. And as far as the whole foster home thing, it's for me to get my life better and focus on my schooling, my career, my health. Number one, my health, so I don't fucking die, because I can't do shit for them if I'm dead. I can't stop stressing if I don't have help, you know? They are into, because they like, because, you know, I told you we watch documentaries and stuff, so they are into a lot of Greek mythology, and like Indian myths and folklore, so, but you'll see what I'm talking about. They're intelligent.
They seem like good kids.
And I made sure I told them that earlier. I made sure I told them that there's nothing wrong, and they didn't do anything wrong, and I don't want them to think that they're not enough, because they're everything I ever wanted. I'm coming back for them. I don't care. Y'all, respectfully from my mouth, whatever hoops you guys throw at me, no matter how you guys try to spin it, I'm telling you, respectfully from my mouth, I'm coming back for my kids, and I am going to get my kids. I'm cool. I cut my ties with family. I don't have a boyfriend, but the nigga I was fucking, that nigga, I cut my ties with him. I cut my ties, obviously, unfortunately, with my kids. If the dads didn't fucking care, why the fuck do I gotta care? And I'm gonna come back for my babies, and I'm gonna get them the.
But yeah, go on the neighborhood talk and look at the video. Sad mother who tearfully handed her children over. I'll share it on our stories. Share that on our stories at the Urban Binge, and we'll share it when this video get posted, so that you guys can see it when this video get posted. Send it to somebody, you or me. Send it to somebody, so that when this get posted, exactly in the description. Yep. The link. Exactly. I'll do that, because I don't want to get a copyright, y'all. They're being very strict on here, and I'm already pushing the button with some other things, because I have stuff on my channel that I have not disputed, that I have not removed, and I'm still just trying to, because my views and my money. Yeah, but the next day the girl posted, I think, we outside. I think she posted. Is that true? The girl, after she gave the children up, the next morning she woke up rejuvenated. We outside, bitch. I'm like, whoa. She went there, didn't she? We outside, bitch. I'm going to the club tonight.
Hey.
They say the bitch booked the cruise and all on Carnival. You know what time it was. But yeah, half of me feel bad for her, and half of me feel like she's selfish as hell, only because she had so many children and thought of that later. Like, girl, your first child didn't make you feel like, damn. Your second child didn't make you feel like, damn, hold up, I don't know if I need to keep doing this. Like, you waited until you had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn. And you just gonna get them kids up with all their knowledge. It ain't like they don't understand shit. It ain't like they they don't, it ain't like they don't know. They fucking know better, and they know what they going through right now, and you just decide to give them up. It's like, oh, we going to camp for how long, ma? It's not camp. Like, these children finna be treated. Honestly, I don't know what it treats you like, but when we got this baby that we have now, when her mom gave her to us, she was talking like foster care, and that system is, what's the word, treacherous? Was she not? I really don't want my baby in that. So she decided to give us her baby, because from our understanding, she said they were trying to take her baby from her. But instead of them taking her baby, she was in the right, because they hadn't served her anything yet. They hadn't served her with anything. They hadn't gotten to her yet. So she was in the right by hurrying the hell up and giving her baby up, and she just gave her baby to us. And this is why we've had her since she was 3 months, because she claimed that, you know, ACS was attempting or getting ready to file charges on her to remove the baby out of her home, and so she wanted to, you know, go ahead and give her up to us, and that's what happened. She ended up giving her to us. But I don't know, I just feel like the system is bad based off what I've heard. You know, those kids are about to be in a worse situation than they were in. But I don't know. Do you think so? Do you think they're going to be in a worse situation than what they were in? Being in ACS custody? Funky would say no, because Funky said their mama didn't want them, so that's a worse situation.
Right, because
When you're unwanted,
what the system, although it may not seem like it, and they may not be able to keep it 100%, they have their best interest at heart.
they do have their best interest at heart.
Mama don't want her. She ain't got her best interest at heart.
You're right. And I'm sure they note and jot down everything with them children. I'm sure they don't be going through no molestation in the ACS foster care system, or do they? Them kids be saying the workers touch them and shit. I ain't never heard that on the news. Oh shit, I ain't know that. Lord have mercy.
The access definitely brings prejudice.
But that's sad. Marlo Hampton. But Marlo mama wanted her. She just lost another pair of teeth. That's all. And was looking for them. And left Marlo sitting at the bus stop, and Marlo ended up getting lost. Like the teeth. I'm just talking shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, speaking of these kids and they hard-head asses lately, because we decided to smoke weed, lay down, fucking have children. That's probably why they so hard-head. And Jay is under the belief that a lot of these children are autistic because of the weed smoking. Or is it ADHD and ADD has now changed to autistic? Is that what it is? Because nobody's diagnosed with ADD and ADHD now. Now it's everybody autistic. And these children aren't really autistic. I mean, I guess they are, because mine is autistic.
I think that
For real.
ADHD and
Diagnosed.
ADD and ADHD can live alone, but autism can't live without ADHD and ADD. All autistic children have ADD and ADHD.
You're right. I don't think they all have OCD. And you know what she just said? Her teacher. I had parent-teacher conference today.
A lot of these, even the ones that are, you know, on a higher end of the spectrum than her being autistic, they don't like their clothes arranged a certain type of way. If their food is touching, then they're upset. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Talking to the
I
mic.
think that all autistic children do have some form of OCD, ADD, and ADHD.
Well, maybe so. Jay said autism, that she thinks autism comes with a ADD or ADHD. So you can't have autism without having it, and that may be true. That definitely sounds about right. The blue light that was outside has now dimmed, and now I look a little dark. Also, I have this has changed to night mode. How do I get this display off night mode?
There you go, over there.
Right here?
Night shift.
Yeah, that's the color that it's supposed to be. Blue, thank you. Don't play with me.
Thanks for watching. Please, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be notified every time we go live, post a video, or post a post. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Also, check out our podcast everywhere podcasts can be heard. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and more. Just search The Urban Binge Radio, wherever you prefer to hear your podcasts. Follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, plus more, at The Urban Binge. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to both our channels, at Rebel TV and at Rebel TV 2, for more exciting reviews, fun vlogs, short films, and more.